Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's April the 23rd, 7:30 in the morning, and what a glorious green day it is again. Yesterday, I was up 14%. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I was up $14,000, and today I'm up $8,000. Let no one tell you you can't get as rich as you desire by just simply owning the S&P, buying undervalue, buying when it's below 19 times earnings, when all macro conditions tell you to buy, when everything is in place, you simply buy, hold, and then, of course, what comes next? Risk management. And at 9 a.m. this morning, in an hour and a half from now, I'm going to do the most important live stream I have done this year so far. I've just done my 24th trade and my 24th win. It's very, very important to have a strategy. Stick to your strategy. Remember the golden rule. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And clearly I'm making money. Overall, I'm still down. I'm down about, well, I was down about 60 grand. I'm down about 25 now because I started with 30,000 down when I was day trading with Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit, and then I restructured my portfolio. So I'm coming from a bad place, but that was my learning curve. That was me learning how to do all of this, and I value those days. So overall, I'm still down. But since I restructured my portfolio, I'm winning. We have up days and we have down days, but overall, we're winning. And soon, in the next 6 months, I will be up all time as well. And that will be amazing. I will be at $500,000 within about 12 to 14, 15 months from now. By the end of the decade, I will be at $1 million. And remember, I started with just $5,000. So we're going to start today's show by answering all our questions for the members. We're going to welcome in our subscribers, and they will get a chance to leave their comments in the chat in a few minutes as well. I'm going to show you the news, why the stock market went down and why it's gone back up again. But most importantly, what comes next is risk management, how to always win and protect your money. So this is what's happening this morning. This is at 9 a.m. Central Time. You can already go there and remind yourself of the event. I'll put the link in the chat again. It's pinned to the top. It'll automatically take you there. But this is the most important live stream video I will do this year. I could just do a video, but I'd rather do it live so I can answer all your questions as I do it and share with you my 24th trade and my 24th win. I never lose. Yes, I lost at the beginning when I rebalanced my portfolio and started again and became a mainstream media channel. I have never lost since then. So I want to be clear. We've all lost. We've all made mistakes. I have too. But since I learned from my mistakes, I've never lost again, and I never will lose again. So at the end of this live stream, in 82 minutes, we're going to go over to the win strategy. It's a video, a live stream you have to join me for because it's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. So how do we keep it? Protecting our money is difficult, but it's easy when you know how to do it. You just got to have the strategy and the discipline to do it. And it's hard sometimes because we get really attached to our stocks, and that's a mistake. We think we can't get it wrong. We buy too early, we buy too late, we buy on the way up, we sell on the way down, and all of these things. Well, today we're going to put all that to bed because everyone's making money now. I made 14 grand yesterday. I made 8,000 today. We're making stupid amounts of money, more money than we're entitled to be fair. It should be illegal how much money we're making so easily. There are people who have to work half a year to make what we're making here in 5 minutes. So it's important to understand that, and how do we protect that? So that's coming up at the end of today's show. There is the link in the chat. You can go there already, click a like, leave a comment, and we'll take you right there at the end of today's show. So today's show is going to be quite relaxed. Again, the shows are very relaxed when we're making money because there's nothing to do. When it was red, we were working hard, finding why the markets were down, doing our strategies, buying, refinancing, lowering interest rates on our margin, looking at ways to improve our efficiency and have more money. Now it's going up. We just let all the idiots, truly, quite frankly, idiots, start to buy on the way up. We bought on the way down. So, going to be very relaxed. Then we're going to do the Win Strategy live stream, and then we're going to do reviews. We have 2 reviews to do today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to our members' comments, and we're going to open it up as well to subscribers. So subscribers can comment in 3, 2, 1. Subscribers, non-members can now comment. So let me start off with our members. Charles, Doge up 149%, Bitcoin 60%, everything is jumping. It is. I opened 6 long positions on crypto 2 nights ago. It's 8 a.m. here. Every one of them is up over 60%. I'm going to have to spend all day watching closely. Charles, good morning to you. Mike, good morning, Mike. Hi, Iberian. Lovely to see you, Mike. Good morning, Josh Monroe. Let's see 100% like before the show starts. 100 likes. Well, we're at 43 likes. That didn't come off very well this morning, did it? Should we have a little game? Shall we pump the music out? Go on, everybody. In fact, let me answer all the questions and you do it for me. Tap the like button. There's 45 likes. We've got 202 watching. Let's get 100 likes in the next minute without me doing the funky music. I just want to answer all the questions. Firsty Ninja Cowboy was here first in the live stream. Alex Marrero, good morning to you. DJ Gamer, 33rd. Second. I like all these games going on in the morning. It's wonderful to see people trying to be first and second and third. It's really, really good. Good morning, everyone. Cheers for a green day again. Top of the morning, everyone. Do you think space still has a chance of short squeezing? Yes, we do. We have to move past tariffs, though, and get some resolution. Because remember that Virgin Galactic are very susceptible to all of these tariff issues right now. They're paying a premium for all their imported items to build their rockets. So it's difficult for them as well. But it will come. Henrik, good morning to you. DJ Hayes. Kazansky is here. Wonderful stuff. Walker wonders why. Hey all. 14 grand up yesterday. 8 grand up today. Not bad at all, is it? Morning, Wussar. Morning, Lucas Aids. Iberian Wolf, good morning to you. Claudia, question mark. Don't know what that means. You've done a question mark, and I don't know what it means. What do you think about H-bar? I don't have an opinion on it. That's Sensei's expertise. I don't really have any opinions on that at all. Sensei was live this morning at 5 a.m. my time, 2 hours before me. He went live for all of you and did an XRP special. I hope you all tuned in for that. If you didn't, I will replay it on the extra channel after we finish here now. I'll replay what you missed, setting you up for the day. So you want to go and see that. That will come up later. Why is commodity oil, gas, gold and silver prices downside trending? Well, that's obvious, really, Suma. The reason why they're down is because oil is down because inflation is falling, production is slowing. use is slowing, but overall commodity prices are down. Gold is down today because people are selling gold now to buy high risk once again. The economy is switching back into tech. People are selling defensive positions and they're buying back into tech again, and the S&P 500. Why? Well, I'm going to cover all of that on the news this morning, so stand by for that. I'm about to bring you all of that. Hi Martyn, starting my S&P 500 journey. Should I invest 200 monthly or start with 5,000? Currently in stocks and XRP. Love the Sensei stream. Ah, wonderful. Yep, Sensei went live before me this morning. A bit of surprise there for you. It was a surprise for me. Not completely. Little teaser. I'm just going to leave it like that. But it was a surprise nevertheless. This will all become more apparent in the coming days. But for now, I'm just going to say that. I will answer that question on my next stream, which is in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to talk all about risk management, how to always win, and that's exactly what I'm going to do on the next stream. So that's coming up in a minute. I'm here. Spent all Monday in hospital, still down, but I'm home. Patrick Black. Let's send some love to one of our members. Okay, ready? Get well, Patrick. Patrick, one of our members. No one gets left behind. No one is ignored on this show. Everyone has a voice. Patrick Black has been a member of our channel now for quite a while. So get well, Patrick. He's been in hospital. So what I want everyone to do is this. Copy and paste get well, Patrick. Why? Because it will make Patrick feel good. It'll make you feel good. It'll make everyone feel good, and we'll all feel good, and we'll all feel better for it. All right, so there you go. No one spams like me. I am the king of copy and paste. No question about it. No question about it. So there you go. Let Patrick know that you care. Everybody, there's 256. If you are a decent person, then copy and paste, wishing Patrick Black speedy recovery and get well soon. Let's do more wizardry. Indeed we will. I'll explain to you today exactly how we protect all our money now. Good morning, Michael. H-bar is fantastic. My biggest conviction next to XRP. I only know about XRP. I've never spent any time looking at H-bar, so I will refer you to Sensei. Morning, everyone. Would love to have a chat about uranium. Beginning to learn more about it. We certainly can do that. Walker wonders why. I just put out a video all about uranium. Did you see it? Did you miss it? If you go down past live streams, I did a video all about uranium and the one that is more likely to win. Let me show you on the channel. So this is the homepage where you're watching right now. That's our platinum investors, our platinum members right at the top. We have a big whale that watches our show. He has his own playlist. Scrolling on down, and we go to past live streams. We click past live streams, and let's have a little look. China war, you're fired, XRP, investor. There you go. There it is. The billionaire bet on uranium. Why Agincourt Energy could win big. Just put this one out for you. You might want to go and check that out. Okay. Just scroll down. You'll find it. All right. There it is. Big Agincourt Energy winner. All right. So we are now paying close attention to uranium. Now then. Hi Martyn, BTC reached 94. What next? Will it pull back to 84? Well, Sensei covered that this morning on his live show. He went early, very early in the morning, 5 a.m., did a 2-hour show before me, and or thereabouts. I'm not sure if it's 2 hours or not, but anyway, I will replay that restream to you on the extra channel at the end of the show, and you can go and see what Sensei says about the targets for Bitcoin and XRP and everything else. Go DB. Here we go. Get well, Black. Get well, Patrick, from everyone. Yes, Patrick Black's not well. I want everyone who wants good karma and good energy and good love to come to them today, to send good love out. Get well, Patrick. Greg Place has done it. Charles has done it. Oh, what time is it? What time is it? The clock's on the screen. If you want to know what time it is, I would look on your watch, your clock, your phone to tell you what time it is where you live. But that's the time for us right now. Just there, 7:48 Central Standard Time. Basically in Dallas. Get well, Patrick. Get well, Patrick. Zachzate. Jason has joined in. Josh Monroe has joined in. Jason Comet Cook has joined in. Nano, get well. Jenny B has sent love to Patrick. There you go. Get well. All the best, Patrick Kazansky. We Three Kings has sent some love. There you go. All this love comes back. The more you give, the more you get back. Get well, Patrick. Joe Adam, Samuel Redner. Good morning, Martin, everyone. Get well, Patrick. I love it. Trasha Lenina. It's possible you can do streams about meme coins. Not really. This is an investor channel where we always win and make money. We're not here to pump and dump silly nonsense. Gamble. We don't gamble. So no, we're not pumping meme coins. We'll bring you some relevant news, but we're not going to do that. There are plenty of YouTube channels where you can sacrifice your time, because that's what you're doing, supporting their channels, making them money for their addictions. I would strongly recommend you don't do that, but if you choose to do that, do that. A lot of people do because they want to feel good about their silliness, and they'll watch somebody tell them how wonderful it is to buy Binky Bonk coin. We will not do it on this channel. We're an investor channel. Martyn Lucas Investor. We win. We always win. And today, in an hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can always win on my next live stream. Good morning, everyone. We Three Kings. What do you think of copper? All commodities are a good investment. We all need commodities. Get well soon, Patrick. DJ Snyder. Sonjoy, good morning to you. Patrick Black, thank you, everyone. There you go. He's smiling. He feels better, I'm sure. Penny Harris, good morning to you. Penny, one of my gold members. We have over 30 gold members now. A platinum. We have a platinum investor. We have quite a few sponsor members as well now. Thank you to all of you. Silver and bronze, of course, as well. Don't forget all of those. Steve T, best wishes, Patrick. We are the requirements for taking out... What are the requirements for taking out margin on the S&P? What are the requirements for taking out margin? What do you mean? What are the requirements? On your portfolio, it will show you. I'm assuming that you're asking me this. If I go down to VOO, how do you do? Maintenance ratio, 25%. It's a the maintenance requirement is 25%, which will tell you it's the least risky level that you can be on. If you're using margin, there's always a margin maintenance ratio. And if you're buying some very speculative asset, it will be as high as 100%, 75, 65, 50, sometimes 40, 25 is the lowest. So buying the S&P, VOO has the least risk attached to it from the point of a margin maintenance level line, how much you need to keep in and how much it needs to be above the margin line and so on and so forth. If you want to know more about margin, I've done 3 specific videos for you explaining all about margin, where I actually on purpose on the show got margin called. So let me just shift my seat a little bit. There we go. So you could experience it. It's called Martyn. Just go into Google, type into Google, go into YouTube, go into the Google search, the YouTube search bar and type Martyn Lucas Investor margin and Martyn Lucas Investor margin call, and you'll find all about the margin videos and the information there. All right. Will BTC pull back to $84,000? I can't tell you that. I don't know if BTC will pull back to $84,000, and nobody knows that. And if anyone does, they're just trying to get you to watch their videos. They don't know. No one does know. What we can do is tell you how and when to buy it, looking at fundamentals and charts. I do the fundamentals. I've got the relationships with the people that actually work at the factories and build the stuff, and Sensei does his technical charts, and together we are winning, telling you, the best times to buy it. But at the end of the day, no one knows if it's going to go back to $84,000. Get well, Patrick. Thank you, Tracy. I would like one-on-one margin on the S&P 500. Is there a minimum balance required? It depends on your brokerage. Well, I can help you there, because if you are using Robinhood Gold, you can get free shares right now. And if you've got 25, I think over 1,000, what is it? Is it 25,000? Depends whether you're on gold or not. But Robinhood will explain it to you. There is Robinhood UK. If you are in the UK, you can get Robinhood UK. Free shares for you, free shares for me. I'll share with you on the screen what I get if you do it right now. There is Robinhood USA. If you are in the United States, free shares for you, free shares for me. I will share with you on the screen what I get. Yeah, there it is. Now, once you've opened a Robinhood account, yes, you can get margin, but you have to turn on margin account. You have to have so much in. I think you have to have at least $1,000, I think it is. Instant trades are at 25,000, and so on and so forth, and some good standing with them. But it'll explain it all there for you. Everyone's situation is slightly different. So there you go. I'll give that a watch. Cheers, fella. Walker wonders why. Great stuff. I have several long positions open, all booming, so I'm waiting for Trump to say something stupid and the shoe to drop. Charles. Well, that's why we're going to talk today about risk management, how to always win. It's easy to make money. I mean, it really is easy. If you like to work hard, that is. It's easy to make money, but the hard part is to keep it. And today we're going to show you in a live stream my real trades, my real money, my real positions, live, unedited, how I've just done my 24th trade and my 24th win. And I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Good morning. We're going to go back to members only in a second. We have to focus on our members. You'll notice 98% of our live viewers have a badge. We have the highest engagement rate in the world, way more than Mr. Beast. 98% of our live viewers are members. We have over 1,000 members, and nearly everyone that watches us, just about 98%, some days it's 99%, are members. So we've got to focus on our members. They are the ones that fund the live stream, and in return, I give them many, many perks, which is why everyone's a member. And you'll see people with 1-year badges, 2-year badges, 3-year badges. People don't leave because the memberships don't go up in price. I add more services, and including inflation, they don't go up. So it actually gets cheaper every year. There's the membership link if you want to join. If you are on an iOS device, iPad or iPhone, just select a desktop browser and then the desktop, a browser, then use the desktop version, and you can become a member live on the show, and I'll give you all your perks. So everyone is so bullish today. I'm afraid we go down big. That absolutely could happen, and that's why the next video is all about de-risking. Going to explain all of that. It's good to invest into gold ETF if you can talk about it, and also silver ETF. Yes. However, I don't buy gold. I only buy the S&P for integrity of the show, mainly. This is a service to you, not what's best for me. I don't pump and dump any stock. I just give you the facts and the truth directly from the CEOs. We interview them live on the show. But I don't like gold. But if I was buying gold, this would be it. This is the way to buy gold. SPDR, Gold Trust. GLD is the ticker. This is the way I would buy it. However, I don't like buying gold because it doesn't do anything. It's purely sentiment. It goes up when everyone's stressed. Well, I'm not stressed. I buy and own businesses. I buy and own businesses because businesses solve problems and make money. Gold goes up because everyone's scared. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't serve any purpose. So I don't buy gold. I buy businesses, own them, and they go to work for me. And they make me money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't care what the stock price does. I don't care if it goes up, down, or sideways. I buy the business, own the business. Get well, Patrick from Henrik. Get well, Patrick. Ed D, I love all of this. My sunglasses or what I'm listening on. And when I looked down, I said, what time is it? And my smart glasses typed in the box. Sorry about that. That's okay. They're not that smart then, are they? Thanks for explaining. Dang, Martyn, you're already up 8,000 before the bell. Yes, it was 14,000 yesterday, 8,000 today, on the road to $1 million. Very, very easy strategy. Everyone can do what I'm doing. I'm not clever or smarter than anyone else. I just have discipline, work, and I love to work 12 hours a day. I never give up. I'm always online, and that's why our channel is growing the way it is. What I'm doing, everyone can do. It doesn't matter whether you have $1 or $1 million, the same results are there for everyone. And in the next live stream, in 1 hour from now, I'm going to explain exactly how to manage your risk. And it's really important, especially now we're all making money. Get well, buddy. Jay Harrington. Good morning, Martyn. Very nice green day. It is indeed. Get well, Patrick. Get well, Patrick. Charles, I love it. So has Trump fired him then? What's the latest, Martyn? I'm going to bring that to you in a minute when I get through all the questions, Daniel. Amir H, good morning. Winners, good today. Thank you. I meant, is there a minimum investment required to use margin? I honestly can't remember because I've done it such a while ago. Basically, if you're on Robinhood, there's the link. Get Robinhood UK or USA, wherever you are. Turn on margin. You haven't got to use it, and it'll tell you what the requirement is. It depends on how much money you've got in there. It depends whether you're a gold member or not. And on your standing with Robinhood. I can't remember the exact number. I'm sorry, I honestly can't. I could find out for you by Googling it or just look on my app, but you can do that yourself. So just go and turn it on and it'll tell you, you don't have the requirements. You need $25,000 or you need a gold membership or what. It'll tell. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'd love to tell you, but I don't know the answer. So there we go. I just can't remember. I mean, there are millions of things I have to do every day and sadly, I don't remember every fact. Yassine, good morning. Great green day, but remember, it can only take a Trump to wake up things to go south. Absolutely. In Robinhood, you need a minimum 2,000. There we go. Thank you, Samuel. I can't confirm that. Samuel's just giving you his information, but that's what he's saying. Again, if you turn it on, you'll find out. Thank you, Samuel. A pump usually needs a consolidation. Not necessarily. There are external factors going on here. Gold is 2,000. Martyn, tell Sensei that BTC is going up. I don't think he's noticed yet. You don't think he's noticed yet? I think he notices everything. He was live this morning. One question, is Robinhood good to have? Is your assets in? It always tells me I have a deficiency in your body. That means you have to do enough. What about your... Okay. I don't really understand that, Beeb. I don't think that makes any sense. Evening, Martyn from Singapore. The Peckman, good morning to you. Morning, family. I'm sure what happened, but get well, Patrick. Absolutely right. Derek is smiling. Wow, Nvidia is pumping. So glad I bought the dip. Yes, I hope you bought it through the S&P, though. Morning, Martyn and Lucasades. Thank you for the information, Martyn. Unfortunately, I've already claimed a free share from mostly all brokers, including Robinhood. I have had about 10 free shares in total. It's great, isn't it? You might as well, free shares. And what you want to do now is transfer them all into one brokerage and compound them. You'll do better if you do that. There's no point having 10 different brokerages. It just creates chaos in your mind. I have physical gold and silver coins in my fireproof safe at the house, and that's the only way to buy metals. I don't agree with you. And I'll tell you why I don't agree with you. People that buy gold and metals and put them in safes are saying, if the world comes to an end, I've got all my gold. However, what happens when the world comes to an end? Well, first of all, anarchy is the first thing, and people just come around your house with their guns and steal all your gold out your safe. They shoot everybody and steal all your gold. That's the first thing that happens. Assuming you don't get shot and everyone steals your gold, what do you do with it? Well, you go, I want to sell it. However, you haven't got the internet. You've got no internet connection, no power. You can't communicate with people and say, I've got some gold, who wants to buy it? The only person who knows you got gold is the next door neighbour. That's why he comes around your house and shoots you and steals your gold. So in reality, what does it really do? Nothing. And the reason why is it because you can't do anything when the world does come to an end. When we live in a world where everything works, it sounds great. I'm owning gold, so when the world comes to an end, I can trade my gold and I can buy food. However, you can't trade it because you can't communicate with anyone. You've got no one's phone number, the internet's not working, power's not working. The only person you can trade it with is your next door neighbour, and your next door neighbour has already broken in and stole it from you because they're starving and they want stuff. And they might think your gold is worth something. However, another thing to look at is when all that happens, what people really want is the food in your cupboard. Your gold ain't worth nothing. So I actually don't believe in that analogy. And the reason why I don't believe gold is going to work, not just because I just made this up and it seems to make sense to me, is because one part of being the world piano man is I've toured every country of the world. Over 40 years, I left home at 16 and I got my trade. I am a fully qualified electronics engineer. At the same time, I'm an entertainer. I've been an entertainer since I was 4 years of age when I was made godfather by Kenny Baker, the man inside the robot of R2-D2. And I've been entertaining my entire life, and I went professional at 16. This year in October, it'll be 40 years I've been in the same business. Anyway, so I traveled the world and I've seen what different things mean to different people. And let me tell you that certain assets in the jungle or in Africa or in the Far East mean nothing to them. They want food. They want water. And all they will do if you have gold is steal it off you and kill you for it and then trade it for water and food. What they really want, though, is food. The food and the water is more valuable. So there's no trading going on. There's just lots of stealing going on. So I've seen what commodities are to different parts of the world, and there really is there's no sense, in my opinion, based upon experience, of buying metals and shoving them in a safe, thinking that you've got some kind of secure future. You haven't. If the system breaks down, the system breaks down for those with or without the gold. And in fact, I'd rather be the ones without the gold. Because if you hold all the guns and all the gold and all the stuff, you are just target number one. I would rather remain anonymous and have nothing other than the plants and the food quietly growing in my garden. That's based upon experience and travel. So you can make of that as you will. JJ, I've also switched bank about 5 times this year and claimed 150 each time. Very, very good. Just be careful, though. You will damage your credit score. And then when you go to refinance, you won't be able to get a 4% interest rate like I have on margin. I've been able to renegotiate that. So if you do have a damaged credit score, you won't be able to do those things. I have a bad feeling some are going to try to short the market today, and they can. They can bring it down. That's fine, and I'm ready. Good morning, Martyn. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Martyn and everyone. JJ. Good morning, Martyn. Trump already said he's not going to fire him and was not an option. Yeah, I'm going to cover all that as soon as I get through all the questions. Robinhood Gold to unlock margin 2,000 in account or invested in the market, not crypto. There we go. Thank you, TJ Snyder. Good morning, everyone. That's just getting here. Morning. Good morning, Martyn. Donald Debuco. I appreciate you allowing the general public to chime in every once in a while. Yes, it's our subscribers. Our subscribers can chime in once in a while. How do I ensure my money transferred to my brokerage is going towards margin, or does it take out the monthly? No. Let me answer this one for you. Right, I'm going to go back to members only now. Otherwise, I won't be able to answer everyone's questions. We've got to ring the bell shortly. We've got our risk management live stream coming up. So we're going to go to members only now. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're members only once again. So how do I ensure my money transferred to my brokerage is going towards margin, or does it just take out the monthly payment automatically? No, that's not how margin works at all. This is how margin works. If you put cash in your brokerage account because you can't use margin on your IRA, you put cash in your brokerage account. You've turned on margin. You have a margin account, not a cash account. You have a margin account, but you have money in your buying power. Your money, your cash in your buying power. You spend all of your money buying stocks or transferring it out, whichever you do. You now spend your first dollar, so you go under. You're over. You're zero. All right. You've got no money left. You're now spending margin. The first 1,000 on Robinhood is interest free, and you're spending the brokerage's money. That is margin. Whether it's to transfer money out because you want to borrow it, because you can transfer money out in cash to your bank on your margin, or you can use it to buy stocks. So you start using margin. Let's say you've now used $1,000. So you've got $1,000 of margin used. It tells you how much you're using, and you can see how much you're using on the screen. Your buying power might say you've got $10,000, $20,000. In my case, it's currently showing $8,994. That's not my cash. That's buying power. That's margin power. Okay, because I'm zero. All my cash is spent. I'm using Robinhood's money. I always use their money. I don't hold cash. It's pointless. I don't believe in it. I've explained that many, many times. So I'm using their money now. My money is gone. So when I bring money in, I transfer money into my account from my bank, or I sell some shares, or I get some dividends. What does it do? It reduces the amount of margin. It can't do anything else. It just brings me up from minus towards zero. Here's zero. Here's me with my cash. My cash is all gone. I'm at zero, and now I'm below. I'm using margin. Okay, I'm using margin now. So when you put money in or sell a stock or get dividends, you go up towards the zero line again. There's no monthly payment. It's not buying, it's not like a bank loan. They simply charge you interest and then take that off your buying power once a month, and it's calculated daily. So if you add money today or sell a stock today and you reduce your margin, then your interest will go down and your margin will go down, and so on and so forth. When I say go down, it goes down but moves up towards zero. Make sense? So when you bring money in, the question was, how do I ensure my money transferred to my brokerage is going towards margin, or does it just take out the monthly payment? It does it automatically. You don't have to do anything. It can't do anything else. It can't go into cash because you've got margin. You can't be in margin until your cash is gone. And you can't put money in cash until your margin is gone. All right? So it's very simple. It's not like borrowing money at the bank. You don't have a monthly payment. They will just deduct monthly your interest. You could be in margin forever and never pay a monthly payment. And that's what big businesses do. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they've all got margin. They all borrow money. Why do they borrow money? Well, because the money they borrow earns them more than it would if they held the cash. And that's why I use margin. I pay 4% currently as I refinanced most of my margin at 4%, and I'm currently making about 25% this year. The S&P makes about 10%. I bought the dip at 25%, so I could actually make 35% this year. As you can see, I've made 6% today. I made about 12%, 13% yesterday. I made 14 grand yesterday. I've made 8,000 today. So I make more money using my margin, but I know how to manage it. I know how to control it. And in the next live video in 45 minutes at 9 a.m. Central, I'm going to do a live stream showing you my 24th trade, my 24th win. I never lose with my real money, my real cash, and my exit strategy. That's right. I actually sold some shares today. 24th trade, 24 wins, paid no tax, absolutely perfect. And I did that on my main account as well, by the way, where you do pay tax. I've avoided paying tax. I've reduced my position. I've reduced my margin. Excuse me, I got an itchy nose this morning. Bit of dust. Very important to watch that. So I hope that answers your question. If it answers your question, let me know. 15 minutes before the bell, let me just tap into Wall Street. We need to just refresh the screen. I'll be right back. I'm just resetting the screen. Stay with me. Okay, we've got some slight technical issues today because we've got storms and everything else. We do have backup internet. We do have backup power. But we do have a few issues when there is major electric activity. It can create a few issues.
That company together.
There we go. We've got Wall Street back. We'll come to them in a moment. Good morning, everyone. I did it recently. Really, no requirements on my end. I just enabled margin, and it told me on how much they would lend me. I mean, yeah, it really is that simple. Done some scouting on safe havens during the last 3 months. Philip Morris. I've got news on Philip Morris today. All-time highs. I will get to all of this news in a minute. I'm just answering all the questions. Get well, Patrick from India. Wonderful Sonjoy. Gordon Brown agrees about gold. Gordon Brown might agree about gold. Gordon Brown, I don't know what agrees with me, agrees with you. I don't know what are we saying there? Everyone's got their opinion, and it's up to them. If you want to hold gold and stick it in your safe, that's fine. The world doesn't have to come to an end to use gold or silver. Nobody is shooting me for my metals. I forgot to mention, I have more ammo and guns in the same safe. Okay, that's fine. Good for you. Very nice, Dustin. But I don't agree with your strategy, but that doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean you're right, does it? It doesn't mean you're wrong or I'm right. It's just I wouldn't do it. I've got my reasons to believe it doesn't do anything. You believe it does. And if it works for you and you're happy with that, then that's fantastic. I celebrate and I'm pleased for you and everything. It's just not my strategy. And I don't see any evidence to suggest it's a good idea. But you're not alone. There's many people like you who hold gold and metals in their safes and all their guns. It's just not for me. If the S&P 500 breaks resistance on a full moon, the VIX is under 13 and Powell drinks decaf. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that's... what is that? That means nothing. Where's my gold? XRP to the moon. Martyn, any relation to Tom Baker? Doctor Who fan? No. No relation to Tom Baker. Why would I be related to Tom Baker? My godfather is Kenny Baker, R2D2. So you're thinking, well, he's now going to be he's now going to be related to what? Tom Baker? Why would no, I'm not related to Michael Jackson either or anybody else. Why would you ask me that? Anyway, I thought I was having a stroke, but I had 3 seizures. My body tensed up like I was being electrocuted. Everything is sore, but no permanent damage. Oh dear. I'm really sorry that you had that experience. I had a simulated heart attack years ago with a reaction to a drug I was prescribed, and it wasn't very nice. So not very nice when these things happen, is it? I think the S&P is going to sneak through resistance level and form a head and shoulders. Then we'll have a capitulation. You can't say that. And all these predictions, looking at charts, you've got to remember, everybody else is looking at the same chart, thinking the same thing, so they're all going to do the same thing as you, which then I find is completely useless. Warren Buffett and myself have that in common. We look at fundamentals more than anything else, relationships, businesses, rather than staring at a chart all day. I own the business, couldn't care less about the price action. Yeah, bro, I was stationed in Germany for 5 years and I'm also an entertainer. I have films on Tubi and Prime and travelled all around the earth myself. No offence, but your opinion sounds very British. Okay. What does that mean? Sounds very British. What, because I don't want to own gold in my safe? I don't know. Well, okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, you know, rather you not call me bro, to be honest. I call you Dustin. I'm called Martyn. Look, I'm just sharing you my opinions. You chose to watch my show. You shared with me your thoughts. I'm sharing you mine. I'm explaining why I think what I think. I'm answering your questions with respect. But to say I'm wrong because I'm British, I don't know. Are you right because you're American? I'm just answering your questions and you're, you know, we're having a debate, a conversation. We learn things from each other. I think anyway. I'd rather have an open conversation. Anyway, get to the TARDIS. Patrick, feel your pain. Have seizures last month. Oh dear, oh dear. Hello there from Sid. Good morning to you. Big day today. Smash the like. Common XRP. We need a breakout. Thank you. I like Shane. Thank you. Hey up, Banana Heads. It's great. Vaz is here. Gonna have a conversation with Vaz at the end of the show. More good news coming from Vaz, one of our broadcasters. Me, Sensei, and Vaz, the team. Good morning. Was brought to my extreme dehydration. I hope you're okay. Hope everyone is green today. XRP is sneaky. Patrick Black, yeah, lower. Margin, Val. He's actually said more than one word recently. He always says margin, but now he said a few other words. Good morning. All use margin wisely. It makes sense. Thank you, Martyn. You're very, very welcome. I want everyone to sing to yourself like a phoenix. You burst into fire and smash the like button at the same time. Val, good morning. Welcome. RB is here. We're nearly through all our questions. Hello, Lucas Aids. Jason. So I guess when you get margin called means you haven't any money deposited or dividends and you get... No. When you get margin called, have I got time to answer this? When you get margin called, it means the stocks have fallen and they've touched your margin maintenance line because the brokerage want to make sure they get their money back. So as you buy stock on margin, it amplifies the gains upwards and it amplifies the gains downwards. And if the stock drops and keeps falling, at some point the brokerage have to know they can get their money back. So at some point it hits the margin maintenance line and it says all it means is raise it above the maintenance line, and you can do that by adding $1. Maybe it's gone below the maintenance line by $1. Maybe it's gone below by $1 million. But if as it goes down, you watch it. You can see you've got time, you've got days, weeks, months. If you're buying speculative assets, of course, it might go down in 10 seconds. But as it approaches a maintenance line, what do? You add $1 to bring it above the line. You sell a share, whatever. Your dividends will bring it up when they get paid. There's lots of ways to bring it above the maintenance line. If you don't do nothing and it falls below the maintenance line, at the end of the trading day, they will sell what they need to get it above the line. So they might just sell $10 of a share. They might sell one share. It's up to you. You'll soon find out. But it's nothing to fear. You need to understand it. And that's why you've got to have risk management. And in half an hour on my next live stream, I'm going to show you exactly what I've just done. 24 trades, 24 wins. And I'm going to show you exactly how to manage risk, what to do, and how to always win. Because I always win. Since I rebalanced my portfolio 15 months ago, I've never lost. When I started, I lost 30 grand. You have to lose to learn to win. Everyone loses. But since I've restructured my portfolio, built my channel to be an investment channel, not a trading channel, I've never lost. And I'm going to share that with you live, unedited, as it happens. I've already done the trade. I did it just before I came on air, but I want to show you what I did and explain why I did it. And then you'll understand margin much, much better. So margin is kind of like resistance. So margin is kind of like resistance. I have no idea what you're saying by that. Margin is simply using somebody else's money to buy shares with. That's what it is. The margin interest rate is 4% APR. Does that mean the S&P needs to make more than 4% a year? Well, hang on a minute. Every brokerage is different. Every brokerage is different. And there's no 4% on Robinhood. There's no 4% on Robinhood for anybody. I've got a negotiated rate because I've used refinancing to do that. So I've used external money to be able to lower my interest for my margin. I've negotiated that. So every brokerage is different. But you're saying the margin interest, if it's 4%, does that mean the S&P needs to make more than 4% a year to make profit? Correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. Now remember, that's 4% a year. You are charged daily. So it's 4% in a year. So if you borrowed $100, you'd pay $4 at the end of the year. However, if you borrowed $1 million on margin and you made 10% boom today and paid it all off, you've paid no interest at all. You paid 1 day divided, so 4% divided by 365. That's what you've paid for that interest today. Jason, he lives in Texas. He's not from here. Jason, he lives in Texas. Yes, I do. He lives in Texas. He's not from there. I live in Texas. Yes, I do. I live in Dallas. Yeah. Anyway. Right. 5 minutes before the bell goes. Let's get ready. And then we have our big event. And just before the bell, I've got time to tell you.
I would love to see him again. Spend more time with him. Keep working on it.
Trump says he has no intention of firing Fed Jerome Powell. That's why it popped up yesterday.
What a story. What a story.
Meantime, we'll get Kramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening bell. We got to get to Vertiv. I know Jim wants to talk some data center.
Yes.
Up 18 pre-market as futures are close to session highs.
Also, stock futures advance as Trump says no intention to axe Fed. I will bring you all this news after the bell before I do our special in half an hour. Philip Morris International rallies to all-time highs after earnings. Tesla gains after bull re-energized with Elon Musk focus back on the autonomy and AI story. All of that I'm going to bring you very, very shortly. We've got earnings coming up. We've got reviews coming up. And we've got our special today straight after this. The win strategy, always win. How to protect your money. I show you live. I will show you live my 24th trade, my 24th win, how to always win, how to protect your money. That comes up in half an hour at the end of this live stream. It'll automatically take you there and I shall do it live. I won't edit it. It won't be a video. I will do it live for you and explain it to you live. That's coming up in a few minutes' time. You want to make sure that you tune in for that. All right. Okay. We've got 3 minutes before the bell goes. Can I call in Sensei? You most certainly can. You've got, we're coming up 3 minutes before the bell. Sensei, there's the link. There we go, Sensei. Call in now. Vu, I appreciate you, Martin, and chat. I've learned so much just hanging around the past few weeks. Thank you so much. Carl, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Waiting for Sensei to call in. We've got 2.5 minutes to go before the bell. Stand by. Here we go.
Against certain HPV-related cancers. Talk to a doctor.
Let's get ready to rock and roll. Very, very exciting. Way, here is Sensei. All right, let's put Sensei in spot number 1. Lovely stuff. Let me make sure we've got him in a good position. Let's just zoom out a little bit. There we go. All righty, all righty, all right. All right, all right, all right. Good morning, Sensei, and welcome to the show. How are you this morning?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me on.
If you could just take your tickers off the screen just for a moment. I want to thank you for your surprise stream this morning. Very successful. It was a lovely surprise to wake up. I actually woke up at 5:45, picked up my phone and saw a text from you. I'm going live, but of course that was sent a long time before. I was fast asleep at that moment, and I woke up and there you were, talking to the Lucasades. The family were all with you, and you've currently had 4,503, which is not 23,000 like me, but it's still very good.
I had to come on and get some extra likes because I heard what you were saying yesterday about my streams. Didn't really appreciate it. So
I can understand that. It's not nice, is it?
Do it when you were sleeping to try.
Yeah. Well, it worked. 4,500 views today. Well done. Lovely treat. It really was a treat to see everyone there, and it'd be fantastic if we can just then go straight into each other. I wasn't ready to go live. I was still naked and unwashed.
Right. Well, thanks for having me on. I just wanted to come on and say hi to everyone. I know the bell's going to go in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But another good day.
I'm about to ring the bell. I'll come straight back to you, Sensei. It's about to get very exciting. I've got a big strategy to share with everyone today. So let's get ready. Here we go.
No, I know, but if you talk to CoreWeave, I think you get a sense that, wait a second.
OpenAI is spending on anything they possibly can.
Right.
They need
15
more
seconds to
capacity.
go.
Someone has said that.
I know,
A big
and by
live
the way,
stream
you got
in
it, we'll buy
30
it.
minutes from now.
Well,
the most important live stream I've made this year so
I'm just
far.
saying that if you
In
listen to
5,
Microsoft, you
4,
think, you know what,
3,
there's too
2,
many data
1.
centers being built. The Amazon Web Services yesterday, they don't need all the data centers. What Scott
The Sensei bell has gone. It's a tradition on the show. We've been ringing the bell now for 4 years, coming in June.
It's a little bit more secretive.
Here we go.
He said, I'm the keeper of the order book, and the order book is foul. So those who are trying to get those down, the bear raised against those, they got to rethink their game plan.
Stocks are green, everything's green, everyone's FOMOing in, everyone's excited. We love it. All right, let's, a few reds. No one's paying attention this morning. Let's go through all our positions. So, as you can see, I was up $14,000 yesterday, $8,000 today. Not too bad at all. Don't tell me you can't make money buying the S&P 500. The S&P today is up 2.5%. I am up 6.2%. That sounds pretty wild, doesn't it? Well, it is pretty wild, isn't it? Let's have a look. Virgin Galactic up 6.84. Yes, we can see a potential path still. Me and Sensei agree. A potential path, all being well, to $100. Okay, we'll explain that in upcoming videos. Palantir up today, 4.73. Gold. Sensei loves gold. He will like to talk to our friend earlier, I'm sure. And I can see him smiling at me in the green room going, oh yeah, I disagree with everything you just said there. Well, that's up to you, mate. That's why we're here. I don't own gold. I wouldn't buy gold. I get it. But the moment that businesses are making money again, what happens? Everyone sells their gold to buy it again. Something that actually makes money. Anyway, that's my opinion. It is what it is. Amazon going up today, 6.35. Apple up 3.42. Next area. I'm laughing because these numbers are just glorious. Enphase Energy, dear, oh dear. Was this stock oversold? What a time to buy. We need to do analysis on this one and get an update on it. Coca-Cola. There you go. Defensives. We call them the cash machine. The money that is used from Coca-Cola is a piggy bank. People sell it once tech goes up, solves problems, and they start buying it again. Johnson & Johnson, another defensive stock being sold to buy back. Chevron, down today. Oil, down. Tesla, nice bounce last night. Can you believe such a bounce on a stock that was a huge miss, way below expectations, and expectations was also low? So if you ever thought, why do stocks go up when they miss? This was the ultimate lesson. Tesla was a terrible earnings, and it was low already, but yet it rallied. Why did it rally? We'll talk about that in a minute. For good reason, by the way. So it was a good buy. To surprise everyone, right? McDonald's down today. Google up. We cover the Google earnings on tomorrow. It's requested by one of our members. Microsoft up today. Nvidia. Think of it. How much are we up at the moment? And Nvidia is still only 104. It's the second biggest asset in the S&P. Think of that for a moment. We said it would go to 140 on earnings. It did. We said it would go to 150 on CES. It did. I said it would go to 200 within 12 months. It will. It will double from here. Think of where the S&P is going. It's only at 104 and how much we're already up. Tilray Brands, pumping. I wouldn't buy it. Everyone's buying everything right now. Big mistake. I wouldn't touch it. Robinhood, great investment. IonQ, too dear. Rocket Lab, too expensive. Plug Power, you can't buy this. There's no fundamentals now at all. Bitcoin, up 0.5%. XRP, up 1.98%. I've outperformed crypto again with S&P, and Sensei is smiling at that. I knew he would be. So there you go. There's my run up for the day. What am I doing? I've just done my 24th trade and my 24th win. Sensei, lovely to have you on the show on this day. Days like today and like yesterday, and it could be for another couple of months. We just relax. There's nothing to do. We did the hard work, right? Now we relax.
Yeah, we did the hard work. We put in the hard work as well. If you remember, we were live until midnight, or nearly until midnight. We were there.
Yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah.
Yeah, the times where it was important, where we had to stay up, where we had to reassure everyone, where we had to dig the trenches and explain to people what it means, what a market crash means, and what's the worst thing you can do for most people, and that is selling. And those people are now FOMOing back in. We can see it on the price action. So yeah, we came live. We told you that was the important time. That's when we had to make hard decisions. Do we buy more? Do we have enough risk management? Yes. Okay, well, I'll buy more. And now on a day like this, well, you just sit back, enjoy it, relax, and look forward to the future in 5 to 15 years, where you'll be looking back on those buys and appreciating what hard work you put in there. The scary moments of investing when you don't know if you're on a cliff edge, but you know it's at good value. And days like this, you just sit back and you enjoy the hard work.
Indeed, but you also then need to start to protect your gains and your money. Now, we have very different ways of investing. We have very similar ideas, but we come at it in different ways. You study the technical charts. I have the relationships and the fundamentals and talk to people and so on and so forth. And together we have a really perfect strategy. But we go about it individually differently, arrive at the same goal probably more than likely. But one thing that you have always talked about is de-risking, risk management. Yeah. That is just as important as focusing on making money. I like to say on my show, it's easier to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And we should be focusing on protecting our money, not just how to make it. Because when I have my dinners, and I do once a week, meet with my friends, several millionaires and a billionaire, they all say the same thing. They don't take risk with their money. Because when you have $1 million or $1 billion, you're quite happy earning 4% somewhere in uninvested cash, safe. Because $1 million makes you 100 grand a year doing absolutely nothing on the S&P, or earning you 4%, for example, in uninvested cash. So when you start getting money, people start to protect their money and don't risk their money. This is why the market sold off, why Wall Street went, there's issues, there's unknowns, there's uncertainties, let's get out, let's dump everything, and we'll come back in a minute. Now, that doesn't work very well when you're starting off, because you end up buying on the way up, selling on the way down, chasing the markets up, chasing them down, and always thinking, oh my God, I'm always losing. I mean, if you look at it on paper, there were people last night in our show who watch our show regularly. I think it was Secrets from Space, Sounds from Space. I forget. I think it's got a name like that, something like that. Right. But he was shorting Tesla last night. He's not been in since. He wasn't on last night. He was in before the call, and I'm sure he's lost his house because he was betting big on it going down. And the earnings was bad. It was bad earnings. Massive miss. way below expectation. And oh my God, have you seen what's happening now? Look at that.
Wow.
14 grand yesterday, 10 grand today. Now you'll be surprised to learn I've just sold some S&P, even though I've got a much, much higher target. And I'm saving the punchline for my live stream in a minute. I'm going to be live in 20 minutes on to the follow-up to this. I know you'll be pleased with me for what I just did there, but it might surprise a few people. When I've been buying so much, why am I selling when it's going up? Well, because we're overbuying now. This is FOMO. We are not in a perfect situation. We've still got uncertainties. We've got to protect our money. So in 20 minutes from now, probably the most important live stream this year, I would say, this one here, the win strategy. Always win. 24 trades now, 24 wins. I've just done it. Before I came off on air, I did my 24th trade and I won again, and I'm paying no tax on it, and that's in my main account where I'm taxed. So I'm going to explain to you how I did this and why it's so important. And before I do that, Sensei, you might want to give your take on this. Risk management is essential. It's what rich people do. They take their money out of uncertainty and they park it. I know you can't do that when you're starting off too much because you need to be in and you need to take a bit of risk. But once you start making money, you start to de-risk yourself and you're happy with smaller profits but consistent profits because you've got so much money you don't want to lose it. And now you've got so much, it multiplies. And, you know, the more you have, 1% of a lot is a lot. And you've got to protect it. What's your thoughts on risk management and taking some profit off the table?
Yeah, I've always been a strong believer in that side of things. It's not only just being able to buy and sell. It's not as easy as that. If you want to make extra gains, there's other factors that come into play. For example, you might buy more than you need. But we might buy more than you need. You might dig the trenches at more. For example, the other day where you bought the bottom of the S&P 500, that was a considerable amount of money you put in at that specific level, and you possibly are going into that trade thinking, well, if I make 20, 30, 40%, then in a matter of weeks on the S&P 500. Where that takes a couple years for a normal investor, then why not sell some and de-risk? So the next time round that occurs, you can do the same thing again. For example, if you've only done it once, and and there is a possibility we have another correction to the downside if the uncertainty continues. No one knows. I don't know. Martyn doesn't know. If that happens again, then again, where is that money going to come from? Do you want to make an opportunity out of the next time round with a lower risk position? You possibly can borrow against it. You can probably get some more money. But again, you're increasing your risk. However, if you sell on days like this, where you've made 20, 30% in a matter of a few days, few weeks, then you can do it all over again, de-risk and take on the same amount of risk. However, if you keep doing it without taking profits, then you are increasing your risk every single time you do it. Because there's less capital available. So I've always been a strong believer in look at what the risks are. What is the risk? Are you taking on margin? Are you borrowing against it? Do you have credit card loans? Are you paying an absurd amount of interest on your car finance? Well, if you are, then why are you not taking profits on a day like this to pay off those debts? Everyone's situation is different, but it seems to me in your situation, you've got a bit of margin. You want to de-risk, you want to buy back if it goes lower, and you've made a large amount of gains in the last few weeks, and this can all turn around tomorrow. The world's not in a brilliant place right now. Trade wars are still going on. That's not been resolved. There's wars that can occur tomorrow. So it seems to me this rally has happened quite quickly. There's a lot of FOMO, and we're not very certain that this is the end of it.
No, that's right, exactly right. And in 15 minutes from now, I'm going to explain that in detail. I'm going to show you my trades. And what I did was a little bit more complex than that as well. I actually employed tax lots. To give a little spoiler, is you have to know your goal. You have to know your target. And what I did is I wanted to buy the bottom, and I ended up using this strategy to buy the bottom. And then on the way up, using tax lots, was able to take the ones off the table that I paid a bit more for. It's like going back to the supermarket or the clothes shop and buying a pair of jeans at $50. They were on sale. They were $100, but they were on sale at $50. And a week later, the same jeans were at $25. But I don't want two pairs of jeans. I only want one. I buy the one at $25. I go back to the shop the next day and take the pair I paid for $50 back and get my $50 back. So I've swapped the 50 for the 25. I haven't kept both because I can't afford to own and keep both. I mean, I can, but then I've borrowed more on my credit card to do that. And I don't need two pairs of jeans to fulfill my needs. That's the same thing. I want to own what I need to own to get to $1 million by the end of the decade. I am now 1 year inside that target, and very soon you're going to hear me announce I'm going to $2 million. I'm going to upgrade that soon. I haven't said that yet because I haven't made that commitment or I want to do that amount of work yet, but that's where it's going. So I've taken some risk off the table. I'm going to explain all how I did it, and this is really important because it's very easy to make money. I find it really easy to make money. If you don't mind working hard and you're disciplined and you just work harder than everyone else, you can make money in this world. The hard part, though, is to keep it. And when you think you know the market, you don't. Tesla is the best example of that. Tesla has started the whole market rallying on an earnings that was terrible. Yeah. The sentiment is great, but everything he said, we kind of already knew. Oh, it's going to be the biggest company in the world 4 times over. And it's going to be the greatest thing ever. And you're going to see robo-taxis ever. We already know that. That's not new. And he's also said he's going to go back to work more at Tesla and less in a month than Doge, for the government. We already knew that. Everyone who follows the news on our show, we cover it live as Trump announced it. We were actually there when he announced it live. I actually broadcast that message live. So we knew all that. So why the heck has it gone up again? Why? And everyone's following everyone now. Well, that's why the next stream is essential. And it's wonderful that I've got Tim Rogers in the chat today because I'm trying to get to some news, but there's so much going on. I have to think, what do people want to see most? Well, you can see this here. This is, not this one here, not this one, and not this one. This one here, Philip Morris, one of Tim Rogers' most popular stocks he owns. Tim Rogers has very close connections to this. And Philip Morris International rallies to new all-time highs after earnings. I've got so many news stories, including Trump and Powell, all just waiting on the sidelines, and they're just not getting my airtime at the moment because there's other things that are just slightly more important to talk about, and having Sensei on the show is one of those moments. I watch the numbers, the people, the integration, engagement. I see people love it when Sensei tunes in. So it's lovely to see you, Tim. And my next stream, you're going to love then, because despite everything, I've sold. And I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to explain it in real time on the next live stream in 13 minutes from now. The S&P is rallying crazy, crazy, crazy. And I'm going to use the stupid word. Yep. Why would anyone buy this now when nothing has changed and they didn't want to buy it when it was down? Down below. In fact, it got as low as 18.7 times earnings on the S&P. That combined with CPI, combined with PPI, combined with tax inflation coming down, combined with beats on earnings, combined with everything else, macro conditions, was an absolute gift of a buy. And that's why I went in and then increased going in, and then now employing tax lots to reduce my risk, to bring my risk into balance, because I don't need the 2 pairs of jeans. I only need the one. And that is what the next live stream is about. Sensei, I want to, before we end this stream, because we're about to go live to it, I want to thank you for going live this morning. It was a wonderful surprise. We're just teasing you. There are some announcements coming up soon. We're saying not much more than that, but there are some announcements coming. You can see Sensei smiling. The show is growing. Our services are growing, and there's some big things coming soon, and very, very soon, actually. And you just got a little sneak peek of what may be coming up soon. We know what's coming. There's no maybes about it, but we're playing cagey a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever's coming next.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Going to be good fun. Yeah, it was a nice stream this morning. I mean, a lot of the stocks we were looking at this morning in the build up to your show were showing signs that they're ready to wake up. And what do I mean by that is all these stocks were in these consolidation patterns where they're just lower highs, and just continuously getting beaten down. And you can see that a lot of investors are trying to rush back in. A lot of investors are that there's going to be a lot of FOMO entering the market maybe today, tomorrow, and we've seen it over the last few days as well, where these trend lines are just coming down like that, and they're breaking out now. NASDAQ has just broken out. There's going to be a lot of FOMO coming in, and it's all those people that sold at the bottom are now going to be buying. But the investors, the ones that are de-risking, they're either bought at the bottom and they don't need to sell, they're going to love those shares in 15 years, or the ones that want to make more money within the S&P 500. I'm looking forward to seeing Martyn's show shortly, but they're the ones that are de-risking, getting ready for the next dip, getting ready to they don't need all the shares, and right now what we're seeing is a lot of FOMO. Even if this is a bear market, this was what I was stressing earlier, even if this is a bull market, a bear market, even if we're going to go lower, there is a potential we go higher, deep retraces, come back down. So it was exciting seeing that setup in the show earlier. I apologize if it was too early in the morning for some people, but you can always go back and see it. But yeah, it was nice to have that build up into the opening bell.
Absolutely. You have two choices. You can go on to the main channel where you are watching right now, look past live streams, and you'll see Sensei's show at the bottom there. You'll see past live streams, and you can watch what you missed this morning, and you can see what people said during that stream. We always save the chat once it's processed. Some people say it's not there straight away. It just takes an hour or so for it to process. Or at the end of my next stream in 10 minutes time, I will be on the extra channel, and I will restream Sensei's early show and this show. Basically, it restreams the day's shows, but you have the live chat, and you can talk to me, or Sensei, he pops in, I pop in, all the Lucas's around the world pop in on the extra channel, and they talk to each other and share news and update each other. They talk to me live, and I can come back live if something's important, and you have that live engagement while you watch the restream from the morning. And everything that we're saying here is latest news and so on, but it is relevant information all the time. I'm sure Sensei gave you technicals and insights and thoughts and trading ideas that are relevant today and tomorrow, next week, forever. So even though it's not the current price, it is still valid information, and it pretty much is always evergreen content. Well, Sensei, we're only a few minutes to go. I cannot believe how much this is rallying. I mean, this is the S&P 500, folks. This ain't Binky Bonk coin. This is the S&P 500. I'm up 14 grand yesterday, 10 grand today. That's 8% on the S&P. Now, we know the S&P isn't up 8% today. It's up 8% for me because I'm amplifying, and I bought crazy big when it went down. So I'm now getting paid for those rewards. So we've got the link in the chat. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to get some final thoughts from Sensei in a second. End the poll. There we go. 82% said green. It kind of wasn't that hard to guess that one, to be honest. The futures is up. The VIX is collapsing. I mean, it's kind of obvious, and we've oversold for such a long time. But don't be surprised if we do take a bigger leg down and go lower than before. That's what the next live stream is about. And when that happens, I'll be even better prepared than before. And that is absolutely essential, because it's not where you are today, it's not where you are tomorrow, it's where you are when you need the money. That could be 5, 10, 20, 30 years, even 50 years if you're starting young enough. For me, I'll be long gone at that point, and but whatever. But Sensei, Might be there in 50 years, I would imagine, Sensei. What do you reckon? You'll be around in 50 years? We hope so, right?
We'll see. We'll see. I'll be live on the show.
You'll be live on the show. There you go. He's told you. He's taking over me show. You certainly will be streaming on the channel, absolutely. And I'll be looking down on you going, still not getting as many views as I got, mate. But thank you for keeping it going. Right. What we're going to do now is give you the link to the next event. It's pinned to the top. You cannot miss this. If you miss this, you're missing everything. There is the link again. It'll automatically take you there. This is what it looks like. If you're watching later and all of this doesn't make too much sense, what you can do is you can go on to the homepage of the channel like this, and you will see where we're live right now. That won't be live then, but it will show you this one here. Now, if I'm not live during this, which I won't be very long, only about 15 minutes, it's not going to be a long stream, then we're going to go back to the extra channel to pick up Sensei's charts this morning. You go to the bottom, you scroll down, and right at the bottom, you see past live streams. And you can see Sensei's show there this morning. Now, some people say, why are the most important things, the past live streams, at the bottom? Well, just the same way as you go in the supermarket. The things you really need, you got to reach for, right? Right? That's the reason. Because up here, if you look up here at the top of the channel, you've got all the things that you like. And then you see the Platinum Investor, and then you see the Live Now. You got to keep going. You pass all these wonderful things for you, the featured channels, the videos, the analysis videos, members only videos, important. And then you see the past live streams. If I put it at the top, you wouldn't scroll to the bottom. You'd miss all the good stuff. There you go. Think of it like a supermarket, right? We put all the good stuff slightly out of reach. You've got to go past all the rubbish to get to the good stuff, right? There you go. Bit of marketing there for you, Sensei. Right, okay. So what we're going to do now, we've got...
Rubbish.
It's rubbish?
No, you called everything else rubbish. It's not rubbish.
Well, it's not as good as the bit at the bottom. That's what I'm saying.
It's not as good.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. Your channel's rubbish.
Yeah, the channel is rubbish. It is rubbish. I wouldn't watch it. In fact, I've never watched it. I never watched a single thing. Not live, anyway. Can't really, can I? Anyway, I watch your stuff live, Sensei.
I watch your stuff live.
Yeah, so...
It can't be rubbish if we're watching it.
I can't... Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't watch it if it's rubbish, would I? Right, there you go. So we got 3 minutes to go. We're going to end the stream live right now. This live stream is about to begin. Join me live and I'll show you live exactly my 24th trade, my 24th win, and why it's so important on a day like today to have risk management. Sensei, give me your final thoughts to the Lucozade this morning.
Well, my final thoughts are I'm really interested to see the video coming up. So I'll recommend anyone who's here now, definitely come and let's see the full strategy, and let's take some notes on a real life case study of an investor, and see how he's doing it. And maybe we can apply it to our own. Maybe we learn some new ideas. But it's a real life example of how someone's de-risking, and I'm excited to see it.
Until next time.
Take care of yourselves.
And each other. See you right now in 2 minutes. Bye-bye.